Hey, what's up YouTube? GW Blue Videos back with a totally different video. Just a little follow-up on some things. I had moved since my last video. Got me a new house. Yeah, I plan on getting back to making some more RC videos. Sorry I'm a little winded right now. Just got off of this thing. So I want to do a quick little review on the bike here. What we got is a bikesdirect.com Gravity Avenue FX. It is a hybrid bike. It's about $269 right now. One thing I want to do is I want to share a couple things with you about these bikes. If you're looking at directbikes.com, to take note of different things regarding their bikes. First, mainly, is that a frame is a frame for the most part. A fork is a fork for the most part. What you end up getting in differences in between a bike store bike and a bike from bikesdirect.com is going to be in the hardware, such as your rear derailleur, your crank, your shifters, your brake levers, your hubs, and whatnot. This particular bike here is a 6061 aluminum. Fork is a chromoly steel fork. Since I bought the bike, though, I've done some upgrades and additions to it, but I can go over that with you right now. First thing I did when I got the bike is I changed the grips to these wing style mounts. And what that does for you here, and I'll kind of get a cockpit angle on it, is that when you put your hand on here, it gives your palm, if you see here, it gives your palm somewhere to rest right there. So when you're riding, you're not just grabbing the bars, and all this energy from driving on the road and whatnot comes through and hit you in the hands and whatnot. It helps absorb. These particular ones have a gel or something in them, so they help absorb some of that road vibration and stuff. Comes with a flat. It comes as a flat handlebar. Comes with the Shimano, what they call them, brifters, but it's a brake shifter combination. These seem to be pretty good. They work. It's got an adjustable stem. It is a 3, let me see here, 1, 2, 3 drivetrain in the front, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the back. So it's a 21 speed. Now, one thing you want to be aware of with 21 geared bikes, or 7 gears in the back and 3 in the front, is that they make them in 2 different styles. Primarily, most of the ones you'll find are like these. It is a freewheel hub. That's the freewheel's built into the cassette here. Okay, and the cassette's probably not the proper word, but I'm going to call it a cassette. But the freewheel and everything's built in here. And with the newer style bikes, like 8 speeds and 9 speed drivetrains and 10 speeds, 11 speed drivetrains on the bikes now, the freewheel's built into the actual hub assembly. The hub comes through, and then the freewheel's built in the hub, and then the cassette of these gears slide over that, and there's a lock ring that goes on it. But anyway, keep that in mind. Also, 21 speeds bikes like this one are going to carry some of the lower end equipment. For example, the derailleur on the rear here is a Tourney, and it's not a specific Tourney TZ or TL or whatever the heck they call them. And the same thing with the front derailleur here is a Tourney, and here's your Shimano crank. The chain, I'm not sure if that's a KMC. It says Z. It looks like it's got a Z or something. I don't know. It seems to shift just fine. It doesn't seem to be a bad drivetrain for the most part, especially considering I'm going to ride it on the roads here and where I'm at now. I do have another mountain bike. I do have a Giant Talon, which is a hydraulic disc brake bike that's 8 speed, so it's 24 gears. Hopefully the wind isn't too bad here on the back side of the house. Let me see. Upgrades, things I've added to the bike. Like I said, the grips I've added the Bontrager, or however you say it, bottle cage. I'm going to add another one here, and I'll explain why here in a minute. I added the tire pump, and I'm probably going to get hell for that because they're saying, well, you can carry a CO2 inflator. Yes, the CO2 inflators are all right, but what if you either get a bad can or you run out of CO2 and you need to finish your bike off, your tire off, you get a flat? Well, if you ain't got another CO2 cartridge to top it off with, you're poop out of luck. So in the bag here, I keep a little tool, Allen tool set thing, you know, flips out, a bike tube, patch kit, tire tools, and the CO2 cartridges, 2 of them, and the little dispenser for the cartridges. And then onto the upgrades, I put on a set of the Bontrager tires, which don't let them fool you. Bontrager tires are being made by Kenda, and the reason why I know this is because on the inside of the tire, where the tube would be, it says Kenda printed right on there on the inside. This particular bike uses a 700 by 28C size tire, front and rear. Another thing I'm going to show you is my upgrade. Is I put on a set of the ZRP, or I'm sorry, TRP front and rear brakes. Take you over here. There you go, see TRP. Now the reason why I did this was because of 2 things. One, the stock brakes, they're okay. To be honest with you, they're not bad. But I plan on riding this bike, little exercises for me, and various things. And then another reason why is because of this little guy right here. And what that does is you unscrew that back here, and then you can slide your brake pads right on out of here without having to adjust and play with your settings all over again, which is really smart idea. Don't know who came up with that idea, but hell of an idea. Let me see, other than that, that's it for upgrades right now. I haven't done anything else with it. Seats all original to the bike. Everything else is all original other than the add-ons and the grips and brakes and stuff. I plan on doing more to it as time goes along. We'll see how everything holds up. Now, one thing I do want to make a note of: when you buy a bike like this from bikesdirect.com, make sure you take a look at the trueness of the wheel and location to the rim brake if you have a rim brake. If not, you could always take the wheels down to your local bike store and double check for trueness, for how true the wheel is. So what happens is, the wheel's not true, it'll go in and out like this when you view it from, let's say, a solid object that doesn't move, that's not moving, like the brake pad right here. And if it is true, if it is mostly true, you might see a slight deflection in it. I mean, it'll be very, very minute. If it's a very, very minute deflection, that's okay. If it's on a rim brake or a mountain bike with disc brakes. If it's way out like these ones were, the front wasn't out. The front wheel there wasn't out as bad as the back wheel. The back wheel was pretty bad as far as I could see. But overall, it trued up really good. Of course, after they true the wheels and you go for your first ride, you're going to hear a little bit of popping and whatnot. That's normal. The popping and stuff is just the spokes setting into the new positions, and because you're adding your weight on the bike while you're riding it, and everything's just kind of going to set in and pop in a little bit, and then once everything all pops in, it's good. And mine did that, and it's been fine ever since. I do keep an eye on how true the wheels are, due to the fact that it is a rim brake bike. But you know what though, I got to tell you, everyone's got this whole thing about having the latest and greatest with disc brakes and everything else. And don't get me wrong, I got a hydraulic disc brake bike in the garage. Disc brakes are nice, parts are plentiful, you can change the systems out and whatnot. But this bike here with these dual pivot caliper brakes, the stock ones work pretty good. These ZRPs are even better. I paid about $130 for the brake pad, for the brakes calipers for this bike off of eBay, and I put them on myself, adjusted them. So if you want to learn how to do bike stuff, repairs, go to YouTube, look up Park Park Tools got a ton of videos that'll teach you anything and everything, almost anything and everything you would want to know on how to tune up your bike, do stuff to your bike, and various things. There's certain things I would say definitely take it to the bike shop, let the professionals who do it every day take care of it. But some of the small adjustment stuff, like how to adjust your derailleurs, shifters, your brakes and stuff, that's something that if you have any mechanical abilities at all, you can handle that at home with just the proper tools, metric Allen wrenches. So basically, with bikesdirect.com, for 269 bucks, you get a very basic entry-level component bike that does seem to work. I plan on doing more to this bike as I go along. I would like to either convert it to 8-speed or 9-speed. We'll see. I'm still debating on that right now, as far as that goes. But other than that, is the bike a good bike for Bikes Direct? Yeah. 269, that's pretty much what you get. Just look out for all the small things. That's the biggest thing. Now, if you want to spend more money, they do make this bike in a same size tire and everything, and various sizes of frames. They do make it with a disc brake system on it. I think that was somewhere right around about $329, I think it was for that particular bike. But they came in different colors, and I wasn't too fond of the colors. Like one of them was a matte black and something, and I can't remember the other colors, but I didn't really take too kindly to all the other colors they had in the disc brake line of it. So I like the white one personally. I think the white one is sharp. To me it looks good. I like the frame. It's a hydro form frame and whatnot. So anyway, sorry if I'm wandering the phone all over the place here. I'm talking and looking at the bike, and I'm not looking through the phone at the bike. So anyway, there you go. Just a follow-up. And last but not least, the reason why I bought this bike was because I want to do the Tour de Detroit next year with this bike. I was going to use the mountain bike, my Giant Talon, but the only thing with using the Giant Talon is that I'm going to have to, for me to use it, I'm going to have to change the tires, change the seat to make it more comfortable, put a stem, like an adjustable stem like this bike here has got on it, and whatnot. And I'm like, by the time I spend all that money upgrading that bike to do what I want to do with it, to just do that event, I might as well just go buy a bike specific for riding on the road. Why, and then, because if I ever want to take the Giant back out on the dirt, well, I'm stuck having to convert it back all over again to how I want it for running on the dirt. So I figured this was just an easier deal. It was, in the long run, it's probably better to have two separate bikes for the two different applications for what I'm going to use them for, and go along with it. And I've got all winter to do stuff to this thing and really make this thing how I want it. But all in all, that's pretty much it, man. Thanks to all my YouTube subscribers, by the way. I know I got a couple more. I haven't been able to get on here lately. I've been busy with work, and today I actually took the day off because being a family man, I got a daddy-daughter dance I got to go to today. So my little one started kindergarten this year. So yeah, I think good things going for me and the family here now that we moved and whatnot. Real nice neighborhood we're in now. So anywho, thank you to my new subscribers and everything, and I will try to do my best to get to more RC related stuff. I've got all kinds of new RC stuff, man. I've been busy with all that too. I've got a few new Tamiyas I've been working on, you name it. I've been pretty much working at it. If I haven't been working on the house, or actually working at my full-time job, and then being a family man on top of it. So all right, YouTube, enjoy. Peace out. Talk to you later on the next one.